Hey, we are the group 5. Our topic is all about ICTE for coaches. So, let's move forward. So, this is the ICTE standard for coaches, serve as a comprehensive roadmap for instructional technology coaches, outlining the essential characteristics, activities, philosophies, and mindset required for the role. These standards define a modern coach as a change agent, a collaborator, and a connected learning or learner who not only inspires educators to use technology for equitable, high-impact learning, but also models effective digital citizenship and professional growth. Also, by focusing on areas such as professional learning facilitation, data-driven decision-making, and learning design. The standards guide coaches in building the capacity of teachers and leaders to create transformative educational experiences for all students.
Change agent. Coaches model the IST standards for students and the IST standards for educators and identify ways to improve their coaching practice. For this part of the standard emphasizes that coaches are not just teaching technology skills, but they are also demonstrating the mindset and practices that students should be developing. A change agent doesn't just help teachers use technology, they inspire and support a fundamental shift in teaching and learning to create a more dynamic, learner-centered environment. For create a shared vision, a coach work a coach works with the school and district leaders, teachers, and other stakeholders to develop a collective vision for how technology can transform learning. This isn't top-down mandate, it's a collaborative process to ensure everyone is moving in the same direction with a clear shared purpose. For use of digital tools and content, a coach guides teachers in selecting and using a variety of digital tools and content. The goal is just to use technology for its own sake, but to strategy choose resources that are the best fit for specific learning goals, subject areas, and student needs. For cultivate a collaborative coaching culture, the coach foster a culture of professional collaboration and a growth mindset. Among educators, this means creating a safe spaces where teachers experiment with new ideas, share success and failures, and learn from one another without fear of judgment. It's about building a community of practice. For recognize and support impact teaching, a, a coach will help teachers identify, understand, and apply instructional strategies that have been proven to have a significant positive impact on student learning. This means connecting technology integration directly to effective pedagogy and evidence-based practices, ensuring that technology is a tool to enhance learning, not a distraction. For maximize potential of technology, a coach will help teacher go beyond simple replacing traditional methods with technology. The goal is to use technology to create entire new, previously impossible learning experiences. This include things like facilitating global collaboration project using simulation for deep inquiry, or providing personalized learning paths for students based on real-time data. This is about leveraging technology for its transformative potential.
Connected learner. This standard focuses on coaches' responsibility to be continuous learners themselves. To effectively coach others, you must first model the behaviors you want to see in them. Next, deepen expertise through professional learning. A coach learning journey is never finished. This means you should actively seek out new professional development opportunities to stay sharp. This isn't just about learning new tech tools, but also understanding how those tools fit into the ISTE standards for both students and educators. By doing this, you become a credible resource and role model. Next, participate in PLN. Great coaches don't work in isolation. They connect with other professionals through professional learning networks, or PLN. These networks could be online communities, local groups, or even just a few trusted colleagues. By participating, you can share ideas, get feedback, and stay current on new teaching methods and technologies. This keeps your coaching practice fresh and relevant. Commit to continuous improvement. This is about self-reflection and growth. After coaching a teacher, you should reflect on what went well and what could be improved. This isn't just about the teacher's success, it's about your own coaching practice. By setting shared goals with educators, you work with consistently reflecting on the outcomes. You continually refine your approach to be more effective. Next, collaborator. This standard is all about building strong, productive relationships with the educators you support. Effective coaching isn't a one-way street, it's a partnership. Cultivate coaching relationships. The foundation of all good coaching is trust. You must build a trusting and respectful relationship with the educators you work with. This means being a good listener, being non-judgmental, and creating a safe space where they feel comfortable exploring new and sometimes risky instructional strategies. Next, identify relevant learning content with educators. This is where you and the educator work together to find the right resources. This isn't about you telling them what to use. Instead, you collaborate to find digital content that is culturally relevant, appropriate for their students' development, and interesting to the students. This ensures the learning content truly meets the needs of the classroom. Evaluate effectiveness of tools for learning. After using a new tool or resource, the collaboration continues. You and the educator should work together to evaluate how effective it was. Was it worth the time and effort? Did it improve student learning? The insights from this evaluation can inform future decisions about what technology to use and even what tools the school should purchase. Personalized support for educators. Every educator has different needs and comfort levels with technology. As a coach, you should tailor your support to fit them. This could involve planning a lesson together, modeling a new tool in their classroom, or providing one-on-one support. The goal is to help them effectively use technology to improve student learning in a way that feels manageable and relevant to their unique situation.
Next is the 4.4 coaches. 4.4 coaches helps educators by modeling and providing support in designing learning experiences and environments that are tailored to meet the diverse needs and interests of all students. They guide teachers in creating differentiated instruction using various pedagogical strategies and leveraging technology to make learning engaging and accessible for every student. This collaborative process ensures that the learner All learning environments are inclusive and equitable and effective in fostering student success. Next is the 4.4A collaborative learning design. Bring together educators, instructional designers, and subject matter experts to create more effective, innovative, and relevant learning materials. This shared approach leads to better curriculum and a sense of shared ownership. Next is the 4.4B effective assessment help educators understand rather what students have learned. The data from this assessment also teachers to identify areas where students are strong or weak and adjust their teaching to better meet individual students' needs. Next is the 4.4C collaborating to accommodate learners' needs means working with students and their families to create an inclusive and supportive learning environment. By understanding each student's unique needs, educators can provide personalized support to help every student succeed. Lastly is the 4.4D. Instructional Design Principles offers a framework for creating effective learning experiences. The ICTE standards for coaches supports these principles by guiding coaches to help teachers use technology, follow the instructional design process, and continuously improve their teaching. Let's move forward. Let's move forward to the next. Coaches are essential in the integration of technology into educational by designing, implementing, and assessing professional development for educators and leaders. They begin the planning professional learning that's tailored to the specific needs of the staff and schools goals, ensuring the content is relevant and practical. Next, they provide hands-on training and ongoing support helps educators effectively use new tools to enhance their teaching strategies. Also, coaches then evaluate the impact of this professional learning by observing classroom application and analyze students' outcomes to see if the technology is truly advancing teaching and learning. This continuous cycles of planning, providing and evaluating rather, ensuring or ensures that technology integration is purposeful and drives meaningful improves the educational practices. Um, 4.5A Design quality professionals are specialists who ensure that the design and development of a product or services meet specific quality standards and customers' requirements. They also involved throughout the design process from initial concept to finally implementation to identify potential issues and implement preventative measures. By focusing on quality from the outside, they help to minimize rework, reduce costs, and ultimately deliver or superior user experiences. Next is the 4.5 rather. Building capacity involves providing the necessary tools, training, and resources to help individuals and organizations improve their skills and effectiveness. The goal is to empower the people to solve their own problems and sustain their progress over the long term. For example, a nonprofit might offer workshops on grant writing to help community groups secure their own funding, rather than simply providing them with money directly. This approach also ensures that the impact of the assistance continues long after the initial support has ended. Next is the 4.5C, Professional Development or PD. Impact is evaluated by assessing how new knowledge and skills are applied in practice and how they ultimately affect students' outcome. This involves collecting both qualitative data such as teachers' reflections and classroom observations, and qualitative data such as students' performance uh, and engagements level. All throughout evaluation ensures that the PD or the professional development rather, is investments are effective and directly contribute to improved teaching practices and enhance students' achievement.
Coaches establish productive relationship with educators in order to improve instructional practice and learning outcomes. 4.6 Data-driven decision maker. So what is data-driven decision maker? Coaches lead by example in using both qualitative and quantitative data. So what are those qualitatives and quantitative data? Qualitative data are those observations, and quantitative data are those test scores. These data to inform their own teaching practices. They analyze data to improve their instructional strategies and tailor professional learning to meet evolving needs. This foster a culture of evidence-based decision-making in schools. So basically what data-driven decision-maker says is that it is decision-making based on data, based on facts and observations. Next is 4.6 Facilitate data collection and analysis. Coaches train educators on ethical and secure ways to gather, store, and handle student data. They demonstrate how to organize and analyze data effectively to uncover trends and learning gaps. The best practices help schools make smarter, student-centered decisions. So here in facilitating data collection and analysis, it simply says the process of how those data are treated. First is how they gather it, how they store it, how they handle student data and uses to improve the instruction or the instructional materials and the entire learning process of the student. Next is help educators interpret data. Coaches guide teachers in making sense of various data types to identify student strengths and needs. They support educators in turning data insight into meaningful instructional changes. It allows teachers to provide more targeted and effective support for each other. So here in helping educators interpret data, the coaches gives their insights to the teachers on how teachers can effectively use those data to help improve the teaching, to provide more targeted and effective support for each learners. So basically here, what we want is for the teachers to turn those insights or those data insights and convert it into tools that can help improve the entire learning process of the student. Next is support student data use. Coaches work with teachers to help understand their learning data. Student uses this knowledge to set professional goals and monitor their own academic progress. This empowers learners to take ownership of their education. So basically here in support student data use, students can use those data, those inputs to reflect and to manage how they can address their needs when it comes to their education or their learning process. Next slide is coaches model digital citizenship and support educators and students in recognizing the responsibilities and opportunities inherent in living in a digital world. First is 4.7 Digital Advocate. Coaches model positive digital behavior and help others understand their insights and responsibilities online. They teach students and educators how to engage safely, ethically, and respectfully in digital spaces. Their guidance helps create responsible and thoughtful digital citizens. So here in this digital citizen advocate, all that what we want is for the students to be a responsible digital citizen or citizen of the digital world. Next is encourage civic engagement. Coaches and educators design opportunities for students to use technology to address real-world problems, and these activities help students become active participants in their communities to develop civic responsibility, to also enhance their digital literacy and problem-solving skill. So basically here is we just want to encourage our students to be more engaged, to participate when it comes to civic engagement in terms of the digital world. Next, foster inclusive balanced use. Coaches promote equity by helping create online environments where all students feel welcome and valued. They encourage healthy, mindful use of technology to avoid overuse or dependency. Their collaboration ensures technology use supports well-being and inclusion. Here we just want to emphasize on inclusivity when it comes to digital spaces and having an environment that anyone is welcome and no one is left behind. Last is evaluate online content. Coaches teach students and educators how to critically evaluate digital sources for accuracy and bias. They foster skill in addressing or knowing what are the sources that can be used and sources that are suspicious. As a digital citizen, we should be responsible with picking the right data that we are using.